Back with another video, and we're talking about the new stimulus package that the Congress and President Trump has agreed on, and I think they've actually signed and passed this law. So what they really have passed is 484 billion relief bill. That's what it is. Okay? And the first thing they passed was the PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program. This is for small businesses, to help them get back and work, get everybody back to work, which is a $310 billion bill that was passed. All right, and that's the Paycheck bill. Okay, so they're trying to get people back to work. Okay, but most states are still under the stay-at-home order. So that's a little difficult, but this is what they're doing. Okay, number two is it's for Small Business Administration Disaster Relief Fund, and that is $60 billion. Okay, and the third one is the $75 billion for hospitals. Okay, these are for hospitals. $75 billion for hospitals. I still haven't seen anything about the $2,000 stimulus package for us, but okay, let's go to the next one. Number four, it is $25 billion for testing for this virus. Okay, all right, and with this bill, lawmakers have said they are not happy with the final deal lawmakers have negotiated, including Democratic Representative Alexandria Cortez of New York and GOP Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky. Massie was widely blasted for holding up the $2 trillion stimulus package last month by forcing lawmakers to return to Washington for an in-person vote. Okay, so Cortez said Congress should pass a larger bill than that, providing money for American workers and small businesses, which I agree. Well, I mean, they were already in session. Wouldn't it make more sense to go ahead and set the bill up along with the other things they have set up as far as the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program, the $60 billion for the Small Business Administration Relief Fund, the $75 billion for the hospitals, and the $25 billion for testing? It would make more sense for them to go along with that and just go ahead and pass the other bill. Okay, and it says, Cortez, it says that rent doesn't wait for Congress. I understand the idea of an interim patch bill, but if Congress doesn't know when it will next convene, we need to vote on a bigger fix now. We need way more for PPP, $2,000 monthly cash payments, plus $1,000 for each child, and cover health bills, she said in her tweet. This was Representative Alexandria Cortez of New York. This is what she said. Yeah, she said that rent doesn't stop. You know, you still have to pay your rent. She understands that this is just an interim. This is a patch bill that they just bringing in right now, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna sign off on it and everything. I haven't seen the president sign off on it, but both sides have agreed, so they're just waiting for his signature. Okay, so she said it would be better if they go ahead and add more for the PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program. I'm looking down because I got some notes and I'm looking on my computer. $2,000 for that, each, American, $1,000 for each child, and cover some health bills. she said in a tweet. Okay, it is simply outrageous that Congress is considering voting on a small patchwork bill after being out of session for a month and recession again without knowing when we might convene again. Thousands of people are dying, she said. PPP will quickly run out again. We need a bigger bill, she said. So this is Alexandria Cortez. She said rent doesn't wait, which is true. People have rent to pay, they have bills to pay, and plus they want to be safe. So if the situation wasn't like it is today, which is there's a virus going around, people would be out working. Of course, they will be out working. But because of that, and because people want to be safe, they want to, because they have kids to come back home to, they have spouses to come back home to, and they want to be safe. I mean, it's just the bottom line, okay? And she said she understands about the patch and everything. But despite the lawmakers' objections, the bill is expected to pass in a bipartisan vote. So they are considering to pass this, regardless. Okay, and as they stand in the in this image from the video, House Chaplain Reverend Patrick Conroy gives the opening prayer on the floor of the House Representatives at the U.S. Capitol. So the House of Representatives, and most of them have on masks. So that tells you right there. Yeah, they're not playing with it either. They have their mask on just like anybody else would. So, yeah, as lawmakers return to the Capitol, Republicans argued it's time for Congress to get back to work as normal. Both chambers are scheduled to return May the 4th. So on May the 4th, maybe they'll come up with something else. But as for right now, it looks like they're only going to pass a $310 billion Paycheck protection program for small businesses. They're going to pass the $60 billion for the Small Businesses Administration Disaster Relief Fund. Then there's $75 billion for hospitals, $25 billion for testing of this virus. So this is what they're doing. It says with the House, now is the 4th week of regular session being suspended. I'm writing to request that we work to establish a clear, safe, and effective plan for reopening Congress, MacArthur said in a letter addressed to Pelosi. In my view, conducting the business of people's house is the definition of essential work. So they're asking them to open it up so they can go back and forth, and they still gonna have their mask on, I'm sure. Congress will fulfill its core duties from deliberation to oversight to legislation over the coming days and weeks, he wrote. Okay, so Mitch McConnell also indicated on Tuesday, after the Senate unanimously cleared the legislative measure, that he wants the entire Senate to return sooner rather than later. So he putting them back to work. They're going back in the Senate they're going back to the House of Representatives. They're going back to work. Okay, and like I said, this bill is a $484 billion relief bill, and it's going to start with the Paycheck Protection Program. So what they're doing, they're trying to get people back to work. Now, that's what it looked like to me. And y'all give some comments down below and tell me what you think about what they've passed or what they're about to pass. The PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program, is $310 billion. $60 billion for Small Business Administration Relief Fund, Disaster Relief Fund. $75 billion for hospitals. $25 billion for testing. So that's what they're doing as of today, which is April the 30th, 2020. This is Miss B, and I'm back with another video for y'all. And so I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe. Help me to get my numbers up so our family can continue this and we can go live, talk to you more in depth about these programs. Y'all have a great day. May God bless you.